Today we're out here in Surprise, Arizona, checking out these two beautiful floor plans right behind me. This 2-story, almost 3,000 square foot home has options available at $500,000, which is just insane. And then we also have this one. You guys are going to love this floor plan. It has a casita option for under $500,000. Absolutely unheard of in this area. If you're thinking about making the move to Surprise, or if you weren't thinking about it, you may want to add it now, but let's go ahead and get started on this tour. Okay, starting out here in the front for our very first home, you guys are gonna be shocked when you guys see what is available for this home. They have options for $440,000 up to $500,000. But the best part is the first part. So you guys are lucky. We're showing you everything that you need to see right up front. Just kidding, there's a lot more to see in this house. But right here, we have a couple different doors. So I don't want anyone to get confused right off the bat. But this is kind of your entry into your courtyard. Super pretty, love the glass look. Again, just another level of protection, right? Then right off the front, now we have our casita. They have a couple different options for this casita. This is a full bedroom version with a bathroom attached. So you can also opt to do the option where this is more of a flex space and there's only a half bathroom attached. Both are great options, just depending on what you and your family want. This is styled as a living space, but of course you can opt to do a full normal bedroom. You could easily fit a queen, maybe even get away with a king in here. It would be slightly tighter, but not too bad. It has its own closet space. Walking in here, we have our bathroom. So again, it'll either have this full bathroom that you see here, or it will have a half bath. Love the extra shelving here. Has a single sink, walk-in shower, which is perfect. Also, I love that it has this double sliding glass door into the courtyard. The courtyard is super, super cute. And for under $500,000, it's actually kind of insane that you can even get a home like this. So here's the courtyard, decent amount of space. You guys can see here that they have a couple different seating options. I've seen people do like fireplaces over here on the other side with the cute little twinkle lights and whatnot throughout. Very, very cute. And I love this just extra added space. Now let's head into the main home. So we're entering in through the front door now. That casita is completely detached. So there is no entry into the home from there. That one door that we entered in through is the only door. On the left-hand side, right when you walk in, you have our first bedroom in the main home. Great size. This is easily a queen with 2 nightstands. You have a bathroom attached to this one as well. So its own sink and tub shower combo here, which is good. And then we also have our normal standard 2-slider closet. Great amount of space. Doesn't have room for a dresser. I mean, I guess, let's see. You could probably fit a dresser. I would say if you did 1 nightstand and not 2, you could do a tall dresser on this side, or you can kind of put your bed into the corner and reconfigure some things and make it work for sure. On the right-hand side of the front door, we have our closet space. This is what they use for the model home, so ignore that stuff. Down a little bit further, you have your laundry room. The laundry room then goes into your 2-car garage access. Then we have our next bedroom, great size bedrooms here. This one's even bigger than that front room. So it has plenty of space for the dresser, a chair, and also 2 nightstands and a queen bed. And then here is a look at the closet. Coming down a little bit further, we have our next bedroom. So now we are in our 3rd bedroom, not including the casita. Again, great amount of space. The smallest room is definitely that front room. And then we have our next bathroom for these 2 bedrooms over here. Sink on this side, and then another sink on this side. I really like this because they have their own space, especially if you have kids or something like that. Somebody can be getting ready over here and over here and not be like super just tight. And then it also has the separate door that enters in from the toilet, and then the tub shower combo. They didn't upgrade this. very much at all, right? Because it's just gonna be your standard like surround area for the tub and shower. I've had this in every single bathroom I've ever had as a kid. It works perfect and never complained. But if you want to upgrade, of course, you guys can opt to upgrade later on. These are gonna be your standard door heights at, I believe, 7 feet. So they're not super tall. Depending on what spec is available, they may have the option for the taller doors, just depends. Coming back down into the hallway now, on the left-hand side, we have another closet. This is what I'm talking about. We don't need coat closets, guys. This is perfect. Tons of different storage spots that you can put tons of different stuff. I love that. Coming in now to our main kitchen, dining, and living room. Perfect size. The main house is about 2,000 square feet. So plenty of space in my opinion. Obviously depends on how big your family is and whatnot. Here is your kitchen. Some of the houses will come standard with the fridge, washer, dryer, if that's what you're looking for, and also blinds. Some of the homes even come with backyard landscaping. I'll show you guys an example of what that could look like on one of their spec homes. Here is the living space. I feel like they're not doing it justice with the furniture that's in here. So I really think that you could put, because they have like these 2 random little ottomans here. I think it would be better if you put a big, massive sectional, really filled out the space, tons of seating area, right how it's showing it, not my favorite. But again, imagine it with bigger furniture, bigger sectional, very cozy living room. This is an 8-seater table, still have plenty of space. I think this looks great. Coming down here, we also have our pantry space. So tons of shelving in here. It's not a walk-in, but you have plenty of space for all the food that you could possibly want. Here's another look at the kitchen from a different angle. Really pretty. The sink is in the island, but you still have plenty of space for the island. A little bit smaller than I would say your average island, because you can see there's only 3 chairs here versus maybe a 4 chair. But still really great size. This is a gas community, so you'll see that. This is gonna have your standard kitchen, not your gourmet kitchen, but still, again, looks very pretty. Here's our primary bedroom. Plenty of space in here. You have your dresser, 2 chairs, still have nightstands, still have a big old bed. So very great size in here. On the left-hand side of the door, you actually have your closet space. Very nice. Again, I would probably add additional shelving just for extra storage. Coming into your bathroom space on the right-hand side, more storage. So again, gotta pay attention to that storage. Double sinks, it's more storage. And then you have your walk-in shower, which is great. Not super upgraded again, but still a nice size walk-in shower. And then you also have your toilet space. I'll show you guys a little example of what the backyard looks like on this. I would say this is a pretty good idea of how the backyard's going to look in regards to sizing. Maybe slightly larger, but still really, really good idea. And then for their backyards, the landscaping will look slightly different. Some of them will have just the dirt, and then some of them will have their landscaping package included in there. So depending on the price and the spec home that's available at that time, you'll just have to decide what is best for you and your family. I really love this home. You guys will have to let me know what you think about this. I've actually been here once before and I've seen this model because I have a client who actually found me on YouTube who is considering moving to this community for a ton of different reasons, but mainly biggest aspect is the price for what you get. You cannot get another home with a casita for under $500,000. It's just not possible. So they have 3 different homes available of this model. One of them is going to have that flex space that I was explaining to you guys, rather than having the full bedroom bathroom combo in the casita portion of the home. They have the one with the flex space is going to be priced at $440,000, and they're going to have an interest rate buy down, a 3-2-1 buy down. So it's gonna be 2.99 first year, 3.99, and then 4.99 for years 3 through 30. So that's great. Very, very good option. Depending on when you're watching this video, that interest rate deal can change. So if you guys ever have questions on what the deals are right now, my number and email are popping up. I would love to help you guys out and see if we're a good fit, but also if this home is a good fit or any specific area is a good fit for you guys. That's really what I do, is help you guys relocate to the Phoenix metro area and guide you through that process. We'd want to make sure that you're moving to a right area based off of what you and your family are looking for. So for example, whenever we do meet, I meet all my clients via Zoom. We go over the entire buying process, depending on whether you're looking for a new home like we're talking about today or a resale home. I work with both, but we'll cater that conversation to what is most important to you guys and what process you're probably going to end up taking. Then we talk about the areas. So of course, if you're going to be working in, let's say, downtown Phoenix, this super far north end of Surprise may be a little bit of a track for you. At the end of the day, we just want to make sure that it's going to make sense for you. If you don't mind an hour drive to downtown Phoenix, that's perfect. But for example, I have a lot of clients that are like, oh, I work in Phoenix. Well, Phoenix is really big. So where in Phoenix do you work? Because that's going to dictate a lot of these locations. Another thing that I hear a lot is, okay, we do not want an HOA, for example. Okay, well then you're gonna have to probably be a little bit further out and maybe even in a manufactured home in order to achieve that, depending on your price point, of course. If you're looking for a higher price point, we could probably find that a little bit closer in. There's a million different things that we could talk about in scenarios, but that is literally what I go over. It's a case-by-case scenario on every single family. If you like to get Starbucks every single day and you want it to be within 5 minutes of you, this probably wouldn't be a good location for you. So things along those lines, I mean, are really, really, really important, I think, whenever we're talking about relocation. So again, let me know if you guys have any questions. My number and email are popping up. I would love to set up a Zoom call with you guys. Let's go back to the two other homes that are available with the full casita. They have one for $450. That one is not going to have any incentives attached to it. So you can use your own lender. You could use your own lender on all of these and get a lower purchase price, but you're going to probably have a higher payment. Again, that could be a whole separate video. So if you guys have questions, let me know. Then we also have another one with the full casita. That one's going to be priced at $499, and that's going to have that same interest rate deal that we talked about earlier on the first home with the flex space. So I know that kind of is a little bit confusing, but hopefully you guys are kind of getting what I'm saying here. But let's go ahead and head to the next home. This one is going to be a 2-story property, almost 3,000 square feet, and it has options for under 500,000. So you guys are gonna really love this one. Let's go check it out. Okay, starting out here in the front, we're gonna walk up to the front door. I love this little covered patio space. It's not super big, but like they did here, just like the chair and the little table, I think that's really cute. Coming in, I'm walking this blind with you guys. I have not been to this actual model before. I went to the other one, but never walked in here. Right away, I like this kind of layout. It's different, haven't seen it before. On the right-hand side, you're gonna have your garage space. Walking a little bit further, we're gonna have, looks like an open den. I wonder if they have the option to make this into a bedroom. I'm sure they probably do. Good sized den though. Then walking a little bit further, we have our half bath. You guys know how I feel about half baths, always great for guests. Then we have coat closet, make that into a storage closet, of course. Coming in to now the living, dining, and kitchen space. Really, really pretty kitchen. Love it. Love the cabinets. Like there's so much cabinet space in here. And they did the gourmet kitchen in this one as well. Or I'm sorry, they did not do the gourmet kitchen in this one. So again, it's a perfect example of these homes can still look super, super pretty and upgraded without the gourmet kitchen. Love that the island has nothing in it, so it doesn't have the sink or anything. The sink actually faces out to the backyard. If you guys were on my channel last week, this is more of my style. If I was going to have the sink look outwards, I would want it to look out towards my backyard. The previous one had a sink here and looked out to the wall. It was a little bit funkier in my opinion. I like the idea of the sink facing out on this home because you could watch your kids play in the backyard and whatnot. Here is the dining space. This is a 6-seater. I would guess you could probably get away with an 8-seater here if the chairs were a little bit smaller. Then walking into your living space, perfect amount of living space. You could do a way bigger sectional if you don't mind kind of having it up against the wall here and just having one open space, but super, super pretty. I love the way this looks. very nice. Oh wait, let's check out the pantry too. I want you guys to see that. They also have backsplashes in majority of their homes. They have different color cabinet options. So if you don't like these cabinets, they may have a different option. Like the previous home had a different color cabinet. I know I've seen them with white cabinets. I've seen them with the gray cabinets. Here's your pantry space. Plenty of space in there. Definitely a good size walk-in. Let's check out the backyard before we head upstairs. You guys know, if you are not new to this channel, backyards are gonna come standard with just dirt. This builder does have some opportunities for homes that have the landscape package. It may not look exactly like this, but this is just to give you an example. Here, you can also see, we were just at this home across the street. That is a single story. The backyard really starts like, I mean, if we're counting the patio too, which actually let's not even count the patio. So after the patio, you have way less space, probably about maybe half the size of this backyard on this 2-story than you do on the single story. If you're looking for a super big backyard, the 2-story is going to be the way to go always. So always a good option to keep in mind. And then another thing I'm noticing on this one, I love this super big covered patio. Plenty of space. You guys can see that 3-seater couch fits perfectly on there with still room for another chair and the rug and everything. And then you have more seating over here. Having an already really nice covered patio is a huge pro to me. So let's go ahead and check out what I had seen on the other side of that door. Coming down the hall. Okay, looks like maybe a bedroom down here. Okay, a bedroom with its own bathroom. Perfect, love this. And you also have the standard closet, and then here's that bathroom space. So a junior suite is great for guests, especially since this one's downstairs, or for an older parent who cannot do stairs. This is gonna be your under the stairs storage closet, but let's head up now. Once we get upstairs, you have a little loft space. It's not super big, but again, just another perfect hangout space. I love how they have an example of what the couch could look like with the TV. Yes, you do have to walk through this, so that may be kind of annoying for some people. This could also just be used as like a kid's homework space, I think. That might be nice as well. Right off the loft, we have our next bedroom. So here we are at our second bedroom. Amazing size. Love how big the bedrooms are with this builder. Coming down a little bit further, looks like we have our primary bedroom. Oh my gosh, look at all this beautiful natural light. I love it. Plenty of space, as you guys can see here. Borderline, to me, it feels like really, really big. If you want a big bedroom, this would be perfect for you. This bed frame is a larger one. It has the 2 super chunky nightstands, a seating space, and then you also have your dresser on the other side of that. Coming into the bathroom, oh, I love the bathtub already. So you have a walk-in shower, a little bit skinnier. I mean, let me just get in here. So it's not like horrible, but it's not super big. I don't mind it, but something to mention, if you prefer a wider shower, it's very long, but not very wide. Up to you guys. But I do like this little cubby, and I like that it's all tile. It looks very pretty. Stepping out of there, we have our bathroom, toilet space on the right-hand side there, double sinks, and then I love, love, love the standalone soaker tub. Super cute. Wives, even my husband, like I've mentioned before, I think on here, loves a good bath. So that would be really pretty and nice. Here's the closet space, not super massive, plenty of space in my opinion. Only thing I would do is probably add an additional shelf somewhere in here to just, again, maximize the storage. But I hate wasting a bunch of space on the closet. I know not everybody agrees with me on that one, but you guys let me know in the comments what you think. Coming back down. So again, there was the loft space, bedroom number 2. Primary bedroom, aka bedroom, we'll call it 3 in this scenario. And then we have our laundry room. Love the additional shelving in here and the sink. And then they have the washer dryer. From there, we now have our next bathroom. I like how there's like a good amount of space here. So somebody could be at the sink and somebody could still walk over without getting in the way or like having to like bump each other to the toilet, and then the shower tub combo here. Back in the hall. Next bedroom, so 4th bedroom here. Really good size. This one's nice because it has a walk-in closet. Okay, still really good size. Enough space for your dresser, chair, and 2 nightstands and a queen bed. So nothing to complain about. Now we're on our 5th bedroom. Again, little bit smaller, not a bad setup at all though. Nightstands, chair, bed frame. I would probably either do a desk or a dresser here instead of the 2nd nightstand, and a walk-in closet. Okay, so we have 2 spec homes available for this floor plan. And again, just to reiterate, I know we saw a lot just now. We have an almost 3,000 square feet home, so it can get a little confusing. We have a 2,865 square feet to be exact on square footage, 5 bedrooms plus that den. We had 3.5 baths. And this house, I don't think I mentioned it, actually has a 3-car garage, which is great. So if you want this home for $526,990, you can get a 2.99, 3.99, 4.99 situation that I told you on the previous home. If you're like, actually, I don't want that incentive, I would rather have a lower purchase price, they can do that too. And that would have you guys being able to opt in to bring your own lender. So if you're really tied to your lender, that could be a great potential for you. That one would be at $477,990. So you can see the pretty decent price increase for being able to have that lower monthly payment. If you would rather have a lower monthly payment, which so many of my clients, that makes way more sense for them, then the interest rate deal is an amazing deal. I would 1000% probably take it. I don't know. It all depends, right? Like there's so many different variables that come with purchasing a home. So if you guys, again, have questions, my number and email are popping up. I would love to help you guys out through that process. It can definitely be confusing. Like, who do I talk to? Who do I not talk to? What areas are the best? What areas do I definitely not want to move to? We talk about all of that kind of stuff in our Zoom calls, so you guys can definitely reach out. Don't forget to subscribe. I post videos every Monday at 5 p.m. If you guys would rather me post earlier, let me know that too. I think about it and I'm like, 5 p.m. is like 8 p.m. Eastern time. So if you guys are watching over there, you might be already like in bed or like almost going to sleep at that time. So if you guys would rather me post earlier on Mondays, let me know down below in the comments. Don't forget to like this video. It really helps out my channel and pushes this video to more people just like you guys thinking about making the move. And it's crazy to think, but making the move in 2026 and beyond. I cannot believe it's 2026 already. So I also wanted to tell you guys a little bit about this area. So we are pretty far back here. I would say it's going to take you upwards of maybe 8 to 10 minutes to get to the Fries, which isn't too bad. Again, just depending on who you are and what type of person you are, that may be like an absolute no-go for you. 8 to 10 minutes is not too bad. You feel further than you really are when you're driving out here because there's not a ton of shopping yet, which of course there's pros and cons too. Biggest pro is that once these areas do continue to develop, they're gonna have really great instant equity in my opinion. But depending again on the family, if you would rather have things sooner than later, this area may be a little bit too far out for you. In that Fries Center, that's about 8 to 10 minutes away, you're gonna have the Fries, you're gonna have a Black Rock, McDonald's, Taco Bell, gas station, a dentist office, Barrows, which is a pizza place here. You're gonna have a huge mega church over here as well, if that's something that you enjoy going to. And there's a couple different other things that are coming to this area already, which is great. I know they're building like a First Watch, probably a couple nail places, and so on and so forth. Maybe a car wash, who knows? There's a huge area of undeveloped land that's right in front of that Fry, so I'm sure it's gonna be completely filled up with different commercial spaces. If you don't mind waiting a little bit, this will be an amazing area. You also have not even too much further, maybe another 10 minutes away, you're gonna have all the stuff on Bell in Surprise. That's gonna be in your main portion of Surprise. So you're gonna have things like Chick-fil-A, Home Depot, Lowe's, Target, Home Goods, TJ Maxx, things along those lines. And then if we're talking about another shopping area, it feels a little bit further out again, 15 minutes, maybe a little bit more, maybe 18 minutes. But I heard that they're building a Costco. I'll pop up on the map exactly where I'm talking about. This is gonna be in your North Peoria area. I heard they're building a Costco over there, so that's super cool if you want quick access. There's already another Costco, maybe like 15 minutes away, just in the south end of Surprise versus Peoria. I like going over to North Peoria because it's a little bit quieter, calmer, not as busy, but still has a good amount of stuff over there. You're also gonna have your Home Goods, Target. I think they have maybe like a Sephora. They have it all, guys. Whatever you want is about 15 to 20 minutes, we'll say, depending on traffic, away from here. If you don't mind driving a little bit further, this would be the perfect area for you. I like to have things super, super close to me. 5 minutes max is kind of like where I'm sitting right now in my life. Maybe in the future, I won't mind being a little bit further out. You guys let me know what you think about that in the comments below. Do you like to be super close to things, or would you rather have more bang for your buck? I always like to hear that, and that really helps me pick out the neighborhoods for you guys too. Like if you don't mind being a little bit further out, there's so many more places I could go to with even lower prices. So again, let me know down below and I'll definitely include those here. But North Surprise is going to be an amazing bang for your buck. I would say Buckeye, then it's gonna be North Surprise, and those honestly might swap out depending on where in Buckeye and where in North Surprise those are. Those really teeter super close together. I love Surprise. I like staying away from the I-10 as much as I possibly can, and Buckeye is right up next to the I-10. So again, totally up to you guys. We talk way more in depth on all of these different nuances that come with moving to Arizona in our Zoom calls. My number and email are popping up if you want to go ahead and get that set up. 2026, right around the corner, and I know so many of you guys are planning on making the move to Phoenix, Arizona in 2026. So super, super excited to hopefully be a part of that process with you guys. One more thing on these spec homes. There are other homes available that I did not show in today's video. This is just 2 of their floor plans. They have a few more. So I'll tell you guys a little bit about those floor plans really quick. So we have another floor plan that's right around 1,600 square feet, ready for $395. So if you're under 400, that would be a really good opportunity for you. Then we have another one that's 1,750 square feet. That one is, let's see, that one has an option for $440 with the amazing interest rate deal. So if you're looking for that, they have another home for $2,366, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 3-car garage for under $500. And let's see, they also have another single story 5-bedroom home for $500 as well. So if that sounds like any homes that you might be interested in, let me know and I can send you over the floor plans for those as well.